guys, I have another decluttering and organizing video for you today. We are going to be cleaning out my master bedroom closet and our entire master bedroom, so let's get started. This box in the corner has been sitting here since I cleaned out our closet at the beginning of the year. It has all of our extra heavy winter gear in it, but we live in Florida, so we don't use anything in here unless we are taking a winter trip up north somewhere in the snow, which isn't very often. So I finally ordered these vacuum seal bags and a couple of under the bed storage bins to put all of this into. I was extremely happy with the vacuum seal bags. I'll show you in just a little bit how well they work, so I'll link them in the description for you if you want to go check them out. First, I'm just unboxing the underbed storage containers and then setting them up. They were slightly smaller than I thought they were going to be, but that was entirely my fault. I didn't take out the tape measure when I read the dimensions. All I was paying attention to was how tall they were. Our bed is so low to the ground, I was limited to just a couple of these containers to choose from. A lot of them were like 6 inches or more high, but our bed is only 4 inches off the ground and there's no way for me to really raise it, so I worked with what I could. These vacuum seal bags really came to the rescue though. Oh my goodness, I'll show you guys exactly everything I'm putting into these bags. I really didn't think it was going to fit into the storage containers I got, but as you can see in a little bit, I am able to fit everything that was in that huge winter container into just one of these underbed storage containers. This little pump came with the vacuum seal bags. It was incredibly easy to use. I was a little skeptical of it at first because it's made out of plastic, but it still managed to get all the air out of the bags and compress everything down without any problems. Maybe you taste different. Hold up, baby. I can sit beside you while you're going on about your simple. I'm crazy impressed with how much this was able to compress all of this down. I didn't think it was actually going to fit into these bins before, but they totally will. In my last video, I decluttered and cleaned out our daughter's bedroom and closet. I had gone through all of her outfits that she's outgrown and put them into bins. I thought I was going to need to order more bins for her future hand-me-downs, but now that I know how well these vacuum seal bags work, I'm definitely going to be putting them into these and saving a ton of room. I guess it never hit you, our conversation takes two, paying it some interest from time to time. Inside all that greatness and all of your adventures, you're all alone. Hold up, baby, I can sit beside you while you're going on about your simple life. Nothing left you thinking that maybe you're not different. Go on, blow up your ego, your undying ego. This bin was completely full of all that winter supplies, and I was able to condense it down and fit into one of these containers, which is amazing. Oh, here it goes, here it goes, here it goes. Oh, here it goes. So happy to get this corner of the room nice and clean again. So now I have room for the baby's bassinet right here next to my bed. So now I'm gonna get started on the closet. Everlasting ego. If you have seen my other decluttering videos, you know the first thing I like to do is to take everything out of the closet. The best way to clean out a space is to literally empty it if you can. I'll show you how I like to organize everything back in once it's empty too, but taking everything out gives you a clean slate to work with, and you are forced to put your hands on everything and make the decision to keep donate, or toss. And in my case, I am also taking out a bunch of projects for decorating our master bedroom that have just accumulated in here, and I've been planning to do and just haven't gotten around to completing them. But today is the day. Honestly, the projects I've been putting off that I'll show you later in this video, it didn't take that long and it felt so good to get them done. So if you've been putting off a project, I hope this video will give you the motivation you need to complete it. I also tend to stick things in my closet that I know I could use somewhere else in our home, like organizers, bins, and baskets. The ones I have in here now, I'm going to be using to help organize our kitchen. So if I know where I'm going to use it, I'm bringing it there so that it doesn't ever get the chance to get lost in here again. These clothes here on the top rack are all things I tried on, and instead of putting them back on the hanger, I just threw them up here. I've found that when my closet is a mess, I don't feel like taking those extra few seconds or minutes to keep it clean, and things just start spiraling even more out of control. Once everything has its place, I feel so much more motivated to keep things where they are supposed to go. So the only thing left in here are my hanging clothes. Everything else has been taken out, but I need to handle all that stuff first before I take all of this out, because I don't have any room in the bedroom to be able to go through all of this. These vacuum seal bags work amazing on pillows too. I decided to keep just 4 for when we have family or someone stay over, which isn't very often, so I think taking the time to compress these down to take up less space is definitely worth it. If we needed to take them out every weekend or something, then I probably wouldn't do this.
Just say the word and we can leave this place. I'll take you anywhere you want. As long as we're together, everything we'll do. You got me going, oh, you got me going, oh. Now I'm moving closer to you, and it's getting dark in this room. Tell me what you wanna do. Baby, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love you, let me love you. Baby, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love, baby, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love you, let me love you. Baby, let me love you.
I also have some Halloween costumes that I usually kept in this bag at the top of my closet, but I decided to fit them into this container to go under the bed, since it's also something we take out only once in a blue moon.
'Cause suddenly there you were with those bright blue eyes. We were conversing into the night sky when you took my hand, said let's leave now. Don't wanna be shy.
Still have a ton of stuff that I need to go through around our room, but now my bed is completely empty, so I'm going to bring in all the clothes from the closet. I just went through and organized my closet at the beginning of the year. It definitely shouldn't be as bad as it is now, since it was only 6 or 7 months ago that I cleaned it out, but I contribute a lot of it to my maternity clothes and supplies. I kind of just threw it all in here, and since it was a mess already, it started to become my catch-all for projects and things I didn't know where else to put. What I was most surprised about was, even though I went through all of my outfits and decided to donate a lot of them at the beginning of the year, there were still outfits I decided to donate this time around too. My closet is completely empty now, so I finally get to do my favorite part, which is to vacuum a completely empty space. This is definitely the best way to get a space to feel new again. We brought this shelf in from our old office that's being converted into a nursery. I thought I could actually use it in my closet, so that's why we brought it in here. So the first thing I'm going to do is actually bring this into the closet. These suitcases are probably my biggest item, but I also keep all of our other duffel bags and travel bags inside of them to save even more space. I always start by bringing the biggest items into the space that I'm trying to organize first. It makes it easier to find a spot for them that works best. I'm putting away our paper blackout curtains that we like to bring on trips because our daughter only sleeps in completely dark spaces, but this and these extra chairs that we pull out for things like Thanksgiving or something when we have a lot of people come over are just a few examples of just random things I literally have nowhere else in our home to keep. In Florida, we are so limited on space. We don't have basements because we are too close to sea level and it's always too hot outside to keep anything in the garage or attic. As much as I would love to have a basement though for storage, I try to think on the bright side of it. Because we are so limited on space, it forces us to keep things we only absolutely need and to take advantage of space-saving techniques like vacuum seal bags and things like that. I'm moving on to all my clothes now. When I took everything out of the closet, I tried my best to keep everything organized in their groups like t-shirts and long sleeves and work clothes and things like that. I'm pretty good at keeping the categories together in my closet. Keeping them grouped together made it so much easier to go through all the outfits right now and then organize them back into the closet. And I'll show you guys how I decided to put everything back in just a little bit. And as I mentioned before, it's only been like 6 months since I last cleaned out my closet, but by going through everything one by one again, I was able to decide to donate some more outfits this time too. One tip for organizing your closet is to put all of your hangers in backwards. And when you take something out to wear, you put it back in normally. So by the time you clean out your closet again, you can see easily what is still hanging backwards, which should be the clothing that you haven't worn in a really long time. So it'll make it easier to decide what things to donate. I had actually done this when I cleaned out my closet last time, but between that time and now, I had to bring out my maternity outfits. I don't fit into my regular clothes right now, so it didn't work for me this year, but as soon as I can fit into my regular clothes again, I'll flip my hangers backwards again. I'm starting to go through my shoes now. I keep my everyday shoes by our back door, so these are the ones that I only wear every once in a while, but as you can see, I'm not really a huge shoe person, but I'm still going through them and getting rid of the ones I haven't worn in years and I know I won't wear again.
But somehow it feels right. We never get it right, but it still feels right.
I decided to use this shelf for my shoes. I like keeping things off the floor if I can, it just makes things feel so much cleaner. And since I didn't have anything else to put on these shelves, instead of buying a shoe rack, this actually worked out pretty nicely. On the bottom, I decided to put my work bag and my breast pump bag, and then it's completely random, but we keep our emergency water in here because I literally have nowhere else to put it. But we live in Florida and it's hurricane season, so we always have to be prepared. I'm starting to go through my bin that I keep all my maternity and postpartum supplies in. When I was pregnant with our daughter, I had actually gotten this 3-tiered stand from Home Goods to put all of my postpartum supplies in. So I'm putting what I have back into there. I'll have to restock it and organize it when I'm closer to our due date, but this container doesn't fit under our bed anymore, so I just wanted to get everything out of it so that I can donate it since it's no longer working for us. These were all the pumping supplies and some bottles that I had thrown in my closet. I decided to bring them into the nursery to organize when I'm finally able to decorate and put that space together. That will be my next video, so make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss it. I'm so excited to decorate his nursery. It's gonna be such a fun video. Alright, so I finally have everything cleaned up and put away from the closet, so I can show you guys that now, and then we'll move on to all of these drawers. Just watch me. So here on the left of the closet, I put both of our suitcases up here. We used to have these in the attic, but it was so difficult to just get to them anytime that we needed them. So since I have the space in my closet, it's just easier to have them up here. And then right here I have all my maternity outfits. So basically everything that I'm wearing right now, these are the only things I can really fit into. And then just my laundry bin down there. So, and then I have my work clothes, and I ended up putting my shoes on this shelf along with my work bag and my breast pump for when I have baby number 2. It's a little random, but we don't have anywhere else to put it, but it's our emergency water supply if we have a hurricane because we live in Florida. These are all of my jackets, so they are all the way in the back because there's only 1 month out of the year that I actually really need to wear these. And then right here it looks a little jam-packed, but that is because I can't fit into any of this. These are my regular outfits. They are grouped together, so like my tank tops, my t-shirts and dresses. Once the maternity supply gets packed away, I'll be able to put these back over here and it won't be as crowded, but I'd rather have them hanging here all put together rather than put them in a box and then they get all wrinkled and then I have to sit here and iron them all, and I don't have time for that. These frames were something else I pulled out of the closet, so I'm going to finally order the pictures to go into these frames. I can put them on the wall here in our master bedroom. And then these mirrors, I wanted to paint gold the same color so that they match, and they will also be something else to decorate in here. I don't know why it always takes me so long to put in an order for printed pictures. It doesn't take very long when you actually sit down and choose to do it, and CVS is just down the street from us. Their prints are always ready to be picked up in just like an hour or two, so while I wait for them to be ready to be picked up, I'm just going to hang the picture frames on the wall. When I hang picture frames, I hold thumbtacks to the back where the hangers are, and then I use them to mark where to put the picture hanging nails in. I also hang the picture frame from the thumbtack first and then step back to make sure that's where I want it to be. I think doing it this way is so much easier and faster than measuring and leveling and all that, so it's just what works for me. Maybe it'll work for you if you try it next time too. This picture frame just had one hanging point, so I didn't even bother with the thumbtack. I just nailed a hanger into the wall. I've had these mirrors for a while, and instead of getting rid of them because they don't match how I decorated in here, I'm actually going to spray paint them in a little bit. I'm just hanging them up where I want them to go first. I definitely encourage you to think about how you can reuse something or paint it before getting rid of it, especially when redecorating a room. You can save so much money by just being a little creative.
Can you feel the music? Let's get wild. We're magic, you and I. They call us reckless, but we don't mind. We got one summer, so let's make it count. You make me feel like everything's alright. Let's dance our problems away in the night. Love being right next to you. You'll be on my mind.
Alright, now that I have the closet all cleaned out and organized, I'm going to move on to all these drawers. They're quite jam-packed and a mess, so let's get started. I decided to make the run to Home Depot to get the spray paint for the mirrors when I picked up the printed pictures. So while I was waiting for those, I'm jumping around a little bit, but also not wasting any time. I'm decluttering and organizing my drawers. My husband is actually better than me at keeping things organized and usually likes to organize his drawers himself. So I won't be doing his because they're not that bad, but I am a PJ hoarder. I keep old t-shirts all the time just to wear as PJs, and it's gotten a little out of control. It's been so hard to open and close my PJ drawer and to even find something I actually wanted to wear. So I'm going through everything now one by one and deciding to keep it or donate it. I also have a lot of things with holes and stains, so on the right you'll actually see my toss pile. I'm folding my clothes using the KonMari method for the most part. I'm not sure if it's exactly how she folds, but I'm just folding them in a way that is easiest for me so that I'll keep up with it and I'll be able to store them upright in my drawer so that I can see every single piece of clothing, which will make it easier to pick out something to wear.
Tonight we could do this right. We'll find the remedy. Or would you stay with me now till the morning light? For you turn.
I actually kept my shorts in the bottom drawer here along with my painting clothes, so that was just a little bit random, so we'll be fixing that. But it's getting harder for me to bend over, so I decided to switch my miscellaneous drawer that I have in our tall dresser because it's up high with my shorts so that I don't have to bend over to pick out a pair. And then since it's all miscellaneous like big puffy socks and things I don't wear often, it makes more sense to put them on the bottom drawer where it's harder to get to. Just like I did with my PJs, I'm going to go through everything one by one and decide to keep it, donate it, or if it's stained and has holes, toss it. I had kept my leggings inside my miscellaneous drawer, but it makes way more sense to put them with my shorts. I think I'm starting to become more of a mom now because I'd rather wear comfy leggings as an everyday outfit, not just for working out, which is why they were in my miscellaneous drawer to begin with.
I'm just afraid of being alone. Well, I don't care, 'cause right now I feel the love that we said we would burn. Oh, I know that you feel it too. I know that I told you we're over. I swear that I'm sober. Just listen, I miss you. And I know that I said all these things, but
We are moving on to the mess of my side table. We actually got this bedroom set at the beginning of the year, and I just haven't taken the time to really organize it and find a home for things in here. I had a ton of different charging cords in my side table, so I'll be putting those on the desk that's in our room and organizing and finding a home for them over there. I'll probably end up doing a nesting video where I get my side table prepared for our newborn. I feel like right now my side table is so empty, but there's really not much I need to get quick access to when I'm going to bed. But when I had our daughter, I was breastfeeding and had my pump and snacks and different things. So now that I clean this out, it'll be ready for me to set all of that up when I need to. Now I'm just gathering the rest of the clothes I decided to donate from the drawers we just decluttered and organized. Then I'll be moving on to the hot mess of the desk area in the corner of our room. The room that is now going to be our son's nursery used to be our office, so we moved our desk and computer into here. Honestly, it's not ideal, and I don't like looking at the computer in our bedroom, but it's what works for us right now, so I'm just going to be making the best of it. I'm starting by grouping all the things I need to organize together onto our bed, and then going through it to decide what pens, markers, and different office supplies I actually want to keep. Then, since I have it all laid out, it's easy to see what kind or size of an organizer I'm going to need to help organize this space. I also like to take pictures of what I need to organize before I go to the store so that I can reference it while I am there. All the pens that I decided not to keep, I'm actually going to be bringing to my work. We can always use extra pens there, so the ones in the upper right corner will not be going to waste. They just won't be cluttering our space anymore. I'm just removing all the random decor pieces that were spread out on the desk now, and what's left are the things that need to be plugged in, and I'm going to straighten out and organize all these cords. Cords drive me insane. I don't like looking at them. I really don't like when they are tangled. I think they make a space look like a mess so quickly. Plus I have a toddler that likes to pull on them. So I'll show you the straps I end up using to organize these. And I just think it's amazing how much better a space can look by just straightening out and hiding some cords. I'll link these in the description because I love them so much. I got them off of Amazon. But they're basically just these little Velcro straps that help to organize cords. They are incredibly useful. Use them to basically just strap all the cords behind here onto the bar so that they're not just loose and hanging everywhere. I'll be coming right back to the desk area in our room to finish it up, but at this point my printed pictures for the frames were ready, so I went to go pick them up, and then I stopped at Home Depot to get the spray paint for these mirrors that we put up earlier. Since it takes a little time for the spray paint to dry, I decided to knock this out quick before putting up the new pictures that you'll see in a little bit, and then reorganizing and decorating that desk with a few things I picked up from the store while I was out too. I love how spray paint can completely transform something and make it look brand new, especially this metallic gold spray paint that I'm using. This matches the picture frames I put up in our room perfectly, and I am so happy with how it turns out. Adding the picture frames to the wall here really helped make the space look so much more finished. Alright, so I just picked these up from Ross to help organize the space. I was so happy with the score I got from Ross with these shelves. They work so perfectly for this space. They're hardwood shelves and even have gold hardware, so they match our bedroom perfectly. The bigger one on the left that I'm putting up right now was only $20, and the smaller one I end up putting on the right was $17. I had checked out the shelves at Home Depot while I was there for spray paint, and all they had were these particle board shelves that weren't going to match our room very well. They were also so much more expensive, so definitely check out your Ross, Marshalls, TJ Maxx, or HomeGoods. I love these discount stores so much for this reason. I had actually used this clip to help me decide if I wanted to stack the shelves above one another or if it looked better if I put it on the right. This is just a nice little tip if you don't have someone around to help you eyeball where to put something. Now that I got both the shelves put up, I'm just going to clean up the mess I made and put away all of these tools. It may not be perfect, and I've been trying harder not to strive for perfection because I always end up driving myself crazy. But this space is so much cleaner, easier to look at, and functional now. I'll probably end up getting a few new decor pieces and different pen organizers, but I'm choosing to be really happy with the progress I made in just one day. If you got some motivation from this video, please press that thumbs up. It helps my channel out so much. And if you are new, make sure to hit that subscribe button for more motivating, cleaning, organizing, and decorating videos. I make new weekly videos, but if you can't wait for the next one, I made a decluttering and organizing playlist that I'll link in my description for you with all of my videos just like this one, but in different areas of our home. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all very, very soon. Bye!